Does anybody else have as much soap dough as this? Over the years, and I'm talking years, I have created things and had leftover soap and put it in these bags in the very beginning. And some of it is pliable and workable still. Other portions of it is like rock hard because there wasn't enough protection to keep this from getting dried out and turning into a stone. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go through all my soap dough and I'm gonna work what is workable, and I'm gonna see what's not workable. Like this is a piece that is workable. This was from a raindrop soap that I did. It has a mountain rain fragrance in it. And I was going to rework everything and put it in saran wrap and then put it in new bags and try to organize everything by color. So I've already done some of this. This is my green bag. This is the confession of a wannabe soaper. I just wanted to share with you the do's that I've learned and the don'ts that I've learned. So number one, when you are putting your soap dough in something, you want to make sure that it is thoroughly covered and protected from the air. So I use the saran wrap after I have worked the dough again, and I put it into a saran wrap base. Grab a hold of this. This is my soaping saran wrap. So actually the outside of the box is sticky with soap dough. And I just work it in sections. So I'll put that there and fold it and let it rest while I work on the next piece to assure that it stays nice and moist and isn't exposed to the air. I do now do a soap dough recipe, so this is my most recent because I was working on some spring colors, so I've got some pastel pink and yellow and green and blue here. So I just wanted to share some of that, and I guess I'm gonna ask how many other people hoard soap dough. Don't do anything with it right away. It seems like many of the YouTube soapers that talk about their soaping and their soap dough and whatever, you feel like, oh, they just use a little bit and use it all up and then go on to the next, and I'm just not like that. And I love to create and all of that type of thing, but it's definitely not my gift to be all tidy and neat. So I'd like to show you my latest project with soap dough, and I'm gonna do that in just a second. Okay, these are what I'm gonna be creating for you. I had made these spring-like containers inside of a muffin tin, and originally I thought I would love to do a basket weave and create a basket weave around the edge of it to make a little basket for it to be in. So I started with the bottom of the basket already inside of the container before I poured the rest of the soap. And that didn't work out so well. when I tried to create the basket weave, it was just too difficult to hold on to it after I'd already put these on, even though these were already dried. And so I also made some of these little cupcake ones as well. This is actually one of the partial pour cupcakes. And I thought, well, what can I do to engulf that little tiny muffin and make it look somewhat like a basket? So I got some soap dough, and this is a brown. It's not going to be the same color as this because I had a redder dough and a dark brown dough, and I kind of mixed them together, and that's what I've done this time too. I've just mixed several different colors together to make brown soap dough. I also have my tapioca flour that I'm going to put down on my surface, and I have these gum paste flour cutouts that I got on clearance at Joann Fabric, and I was trying to determine what would be big enough to handle the circumference of the muffin. And I came up with this daisy mold that was a part of this. On the back, these are all the different types of cutters that you have in there. And that fits right there. So then you press it down. And then you have to turn it over and make sure that you have pressed through all of that pattern. You've pressed through all of it, then I just take this part away. And then turn it over. And it's difficult because when you have nails, then sometimes you actually disturb the actual dough because of the fingernails.